Nikola was doing quite a bit of driving during CES 2024. Other trucks were watching, but they will soon hit the roads too. Here is what we saw. People who attended the CES this year and visited the mobility area in the West Hall of the Las Vegas Convention Center encountered three large trucks right at the entrance of the hall: Kenworth, Peterbilt and DAF, all manufactured by Packard. These were not your typical diesel trucks, but rather the next generation of commercial vehicles, powered by zero emissions technologies. On display was the Kenworth T6080 powered by hydrogen, the Peterbilt's Super Truck 2, which still uses a diesel engine, but it is optimized to reduce emissions. Additionally, there was the DAF XD battery electric vehicle, designed for urban and suburban transportation. We didn't see people getting in and out of the trucks, so the vehicles were probably set up for display only. Our visit to the mobility area at CES ended up just like it started, with the sight of two hydrogen trucks on display, but this time in the parking lot outside the West Hall of the Convention Center. These were hydrogen trucks by Nikola. We have posted videos about Nikola in the past, but their presence at CES was unexpected, as the company was not listed among the exhibitors. It was even more surprising to see the trucks actively driving through traffic in the morning and in the evening. On the other hand, had we attended the Bosch press conference before the show, we would have not been surprised.
At Bosch, we're convinced that hydrogen is one of the keys to decarbonizing our energy supply. As such, we're investing heavily in hydrogen technologies and developing solutions along the hydrogen value chain. A major thrust of our efforts is the hydrogen fuel cell powertrain, which we believe is the path to electrification for heavier vehicles. Last summer, we started volume production of our fuel cell power module in Stuttgart. We plan to supply the hydrogen powertrain system as well as important components, and we have already taken orders from truck makers in the US, in Europe, and in China. And this week at CES, Nikola is offering rides in a truck powered by a Bosch fuel cell to experience this exciting new technology.
According to Nikola, in 2023 the trucking company produced 42 Class 8 hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicles, and wholesaled 35 of them to customers in the USA and Canada. Of the remaining 7 trucks, 3 are being used for field tests with a fleet partner. 2 trucks are still being tested and worked on in the factory, and 2 are being used for service training and customer demos. Nikola has been struggling for many years now, trying to establish itself as a viable and innovative zero-emission transportation company. And the struggle started when the founder of the company was accused of false claims about the production of zero-emissions Class 8 trucks, causing investors to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. In particular, during the launch presentation, the founder, Trevor Milton, was accused of showing a Nikola truck in motion, but in reality it was discovered that the motion was not generated by any engine. In the last few years, moreover, established brands like Cummins, Toyota, Volvo and Hyundai have also started developing hydrogen trucks, creating therefore more competition. But the company remains optimistic. As one of the technicians said in the parking lot of the convention center, this year it is funny to see all the hydrogen trucks standing still and Nikola doing all the driving. This was a Nikola's truck making the final drive at the end of CES. Returning to Packard's trucks, they were not merely for show. Packard successfully conducted a pilot program at the Port of Los Angeles with the Kenworth T6080 we saw before. This test helped to fine-tune the performance and range, and crucially achieve a zero-emission powertrain certification from CARB, the California Air Resources Board, whose mission is to reduce air pollution. To further its commitment to green technology, Packard partnered with Toyota, which produces the hydrogen fuel cell powertrain kit installed in the trucks showcased at the event and that we saw before. According to Packard, the company has already received over 150 paid deposits for Kenworth and Peterbilt fuel cell vehicles, with customer deliveries starting in 2025, but we also heard other sources saying 2024. All of these trucks and many more will be back in Vegas in April for the Ad Expo show, the event for clean energy vehicles. The event is growing larger and larger, a sign that the trucking industry is getting ready for a clean change.